next wow is codependency in relationships. We have never ever realized कि हम रिश्तों में एक दूसरे पे कितने कोड डिपेंडेंट हो जाते हैं, और वो कोड डिपेंडेंसी भी कॉज ऑफ अटैचमेंट्स को क्रिएट करती है. Okay. And the third wow that I am going to, where's my book? Yeah. And the third one that I'm going to talk about is relationships through 5 dimensions. Till now हम लोग 3 dimensions में relationships को लेके बैठे हैं. Slowly, with the shift coming, with all of you know and understand what ascension is, because I've been talking about ascension a lot. Because of that ascension coming, we have to move on to the 5th dimension. Enough, we cannot carry on our weather relationship or our daily life anymore on 3 dimensions. So I will talk to you people a lot on the third one, how we are today on 3D in our relationships, and how we have to move on to 5D, that is the 5th dimension. Once we are at 5D, it's very easy for you people to take it to higher realm or higher dimensions once you have reached over there. So I'm going to talk about it there. So something which makes our relationship needy, problem is this: if you love somebody, you have relationship with that person and you are attached to that person, it's okay. But most of our relationships that are happening are the need. I need this relationship. I want this relationship. I desire this relationship. Whether it is a relationship of husband, wife, whether it is a relationship of partners, or your boyfriend, girlfriends, anything. But and I'm basically going to talk about intimate relationships where there is an intimacy. Okay. So when we talk about them, the most of the relationships is a must for us. Most of the time we are married because we need to be married, because we have the need to be married. Most of the marriages are there. Very few where I love to be married. So love kam hai, need zyada hai. And that is what creates attachments. So what are cord attachments? Let's understand what are the cord attachments. So cord attachments are basically those energy structures. The cord is made of the energy structures between two people, and that causes patterns from the past to continue into the present. हम लोगों का जो cord attachment है energies के संग, if you remember what I otherwise also teach in the class, so we have subtle bodies, we have 7 subtler bodies other than the physical body, and we all know the aura, emotions, then thoughts and soul, that is operated by our mind energy, mind body. Then we have causal body and the astral body, right? When two people get together, when they get together, it is not only the when you go for intimacy, or even if you don't have intimacy or even touch each other, or from the heart you feel that I love this person, whatever, even in your thought, if you have made love with that person, then also cords of attachments are created. How? That each subtle body of yours is connected with the subtle body of other person. Is that clear? Now, when these subtle bodies connect, physically, you are not together for certain reasons, for your own decisions that you have taken. Physically, you are separated, but rest of the subtler bodies are together. One of the subtle body is emotions. You carry on, you connect with the other person through your emotions. Now what happens, even if you change your partner. Even if you go and think, this partner is not good, let me start my life new. Even if you do that, because of that emotional body that is attached, you will once again have the same type of relationship. The pattern will be continuing because emotion वही है. ये रीजन है कि लोग इकट्ठा हुए हैं, कुछ तो उनका होगा. तो मीडिया में वैसे हर चीज के लिए मोदी आ जाता है, बट इस चीज के लिए कभी ऐसा नहीं है कि अभी तक आके लोगों को बताया कि रीजन क्या है ये जो मैंने लागू किया है किसान, तो उसको कुछ तो क्लैरिफाई करना चाहिए ना. Sorry. ठीक है, is that clear? So every energy cord is the connection between the biological bodies of two people plus the energy bodies of the same two people. और ये क्या करते हैं, बिकॉज दो कॉर्ड्स जुड़ी होती हैं, तो एक जगह से दूसरे में, दूसरे से पहले में, टू एंड फ्रोथ ये एनर्जी आती जाती रहती है, मूव करती रहती है, इफ यू आर कनेक्टेड विद समबडी विद द कॉर्ड्स. Okay, why we are talking about it? Because many times either you have in the same pattern with the same person in relationships, or you people are different but the pattern of the relationship carries on, and this needs to be stopped. Not only with the two different people but the same person also. For example, if one person is betraying you and second time again the same person is betraying you, few days later on the third person is also betraying you, if everybody is betraying you, same person is betraying you again and again and again, it needs to be stopped. This needs to be stopped. You cannot, with this energy on earth at the moment with such high frequency, we cannot allow the other person to continue doing it with us. And that can only happen if we cut the cords of attachments. All right. So let's understand what happens when there are cords of attachments. When you have cords of attachments, one, your energy is completely distorted. Two, it causes unconscious reactions, keep you stuck in the old pattern, and fourth is allow others to siphon your energy through them. Let's understand how energy is distorted. You have a particular frequency, and on that frequency, your body is vibrating. What happens if somebody else's energy is in it? It can be good energy, it can be bad energy, it can be anything, but it is not completely your energy, so it is distorted. Naturally, अगर एक चीज एक पर्टिकुलर उस पे वाइब्रेट कर रही है फ्रीक्वेंसी पे, और उसमें किसी और की फ्रीक्वेंसी की एनर्जी आके वाइब्रेट करने लगेगी, तो आपकी एनर्जी नेचुरली डिस्टॉर्टेड हो जाती है. Right? That is first thing that happens. Distorted energies, first thing they do is they distort your thoughts. They distort your perceptions. And therefore, then what they cause is they cause unconscious reactions. Have you heard people talking about that? मान लीजिए आप सड़क पे जा रहे हैं और किसी के गेट के आगे से निकले, उसका कुत्ता खुला रह गया, and the dog comes and bites you. Okay, you are in pain. Every single time, it is very natural for you that whenever you will cross any gate which is as same looking as that gate, or if you cross any dog, you will always stand aside and walk. Unconsciously, it will be your reaction, even if you want to walk straight. But the moment there is a gate where there are chances that a dog can come, you will naturally, unconsciously move away from there. This is a natural reaction. Similarly, when you are betrayed, you have distorted images of love, of partnership, you will naturally start giving the reactions unconsciously. You will start giving those reactions. They will not change. Third is it keeps you stuck in the old patterns. So we all know we attract what we believe. If you believe that people betray me because they have betrayed you, it is not that they have not betrayed you because you believe they came and betrayed you. No, for whatever reason, if you have seen betrayal in your life, or you have seen misbehavior of in relationship, if you have seen abuse in a relationship, you will naturally start believing this is what relationship is, and then you will start attracting it. Have you seen how people talk about love? Have you ever seen how people talk? अरे यार प्यार में तो यही होता है, अरे प्यार क्या कर लिया, मुसीबत कर ली, प्यार है तो धोखा है, प्यार में हो जाते हैं, when you are in love you are not yourself, you only start behaving like the others. So there are so many things that you start doing, you start believing when you are in love. Why? Because this is what the environment tells you, and you start believing in it, and then 100% is going to happen to you, because that's what you have heard from the childhood. Or from the childhood people have said, आप तो भैया ये गया आदमी प्यार में फंस गया, अब बेकार हो गया ये, तो 100% जब आप प्यार में होगे तो आप बेकार हो जाओगे. See, look at the way when people are getting married, how people talk. चल यार लास्ट डे है तेरा, लेट्स सी यू हैप्पी टुडे, लेट्स सी यू स्माइलिंग, फिर तो तेरी स्माइल खत्म करने वाली आ रही है या करने वाला आ रहा है. When you start talking things like this, you will be surprised to see this is exactly what happens in your life. Why the same old patterns? Because the thought, the mind body of yours and mind body of the other is even now connected, and because it is connected, there is no way that you will experience any other thing but the same thing. Okay, let's understand what are the symptoms of cause of attachment. The first symptom, you cannot stop thinking about that person. You keep thinking about that person whether you want it or not. So if you have a problem with somebody and you really want to forget that person, I don't want to think about it because now I have to focus on my work, I have to focus on my project, I have to focus on my children, anything, wherever you want to focus, but more you will try and believe that you don't want to remember that person, you don't want to think about the person, more you will start thinking about those people. You cannot stop about them. You revisit past events with them. You like it, you don't like it. This is all happening at the unconscious level. Okay. And the best part is, interestingly, and I think most of us must have experienced it before, when this thing happens, you remember the past events. Okay. Now in that past event, maybe you were not able to speak what you wanted to speak, what you wanted to answer, because at that time when the other person is saying something and you're feeling hurt, you are so much in your emotions that you have your intellect, your critical filter is broken, your intellect doesn't work, you don't know what the answer should be. So you're shocked, you're in trauma, you're frozen. But later on, when you think about it, you realize, damn, this person has really insulted me, or this person has really taken advantage of me, or this person has really manipulated me. I wish I had answered him back this thing. Now what you will do, you will revisit that event and start answering those things which you could not answer when it was happening. And you will start talking to them person, believing that now I'm able to speak to them. So what is happening is, here is you're getting stuck to that event. You imagine things to that person that you have, you were you never had spoken to them, which you wanted to speak, you start doing. This gives you pain and this gives you stress. And this is why, even when you have had a very bad relationship and the person has left your life, you continue feeling the pain and the stress. Because the pain and the stress is not coming, because at this moment that person is not there, he's not hurting you. But one day when he hurt you, you could not speak. And now you want to revisit that thing and you want to play it again. It's a replay going on. You, in your mind, you're talking to him what you could not speak at that time, and that gives you the pain and stress. And that is the reason, even after 1 year, 2 year of leaving a person, when you're thinking about that person, your tears will come. Okay. Another thing that happens is you get into a karmic loop. What is getting into karmic loop is, you had a relationship. In that relationship, few things happened which gave you lots and lots of pain. Okay? It gave you lots and lots of pain. Just a second, please. With one person, you are in pain. He has misbehaved, abused, or whatever he's done in a relationship with you. You are in that energy. You believe in it. Person will change. New person will come in your life. He will exactly do the same. Because from emotion to emotion you are connected, from mind to mind you are connected, and then the third person will come. Actually, all these people who will come in your life are here to teach you something. If you learn what the first person was trying to teach you, the second person will not repeat it. Unfortunately, we don't learn because we are always in the blame game. Our fingers are only always on the other person, what the other person has done to me in my life. Fine, but why he did it? Why did you allow it? What is it that you were supposed to learn? If you finish it learning, then your karmic loop will break, the cord will not be connected. But if you have not learned what that person is trying to teach you, then you carry on with the same karmic loop. Third thing, that symptoms. See, what happens when you sleep? Our astral body moves away from us and goes to the fourth dimension. We are all in the third dimensions in the whole day. When we sleep, the astral body leaves our physical body, moves out and moves into the fourth dimension. If I am attached to you and I'm thinking about you all the time, where is my consciousness? A part of my consciousness is with the other person. My astral body recognizes my frequency, my energy. But if my energy is in you, then when I sleep at night, the astral body naturally moves on where you are. And that's why people who we have cord attachments are the people with whom we see in our dreams. Now, there are two things that can happen in our dreams. One, which has happened, which was the event, which was the trauma. So you will go and visit the trauma again and again. Whenever there is a trauma, any trauma in your life, with it exactly opposite is your desire. So if somebody has betrayed you, The desire is that you find a partner who has integrity with you, who is very loyal to you. That's your desire. The moment there is betrayal, exact duality. Say somebody, a partner is abusive, then the only desire you have that you have a partner who can physically, emotionally, mentally love you a lot, will not hurt you at all. The opposite desire is always there. So what happens when your astral body leaves you? It will go to that fourth dimension, that realm, fourth realm, where your desire is also there. So either it will enact the trauma or it will enact the desire. One of the things will happen in your dreams. Now, if you're very hurt and your astral body enacts the desire, you get up, you feel very happy. And then you say, I wish ye dream sacha ho jaye. Yeah, you have a hope. Maybe ye dream such hone wala hai. The reality is look into it and check. Isn't it the desire you have? If it is a desire that you see in your dream or you revisit the trauma in your dream, 100% cord of attachment is there. इट इज नॉट कि आप ड्रीम में जो देखते हैं वो ईश्वर मुझे बता रहा है या ईश्वर मेरे को सपोर्ट कर रहा है. यूनिवर्स इज गिविंग मी अ indication, intuition. No, none of the things. It's just because you have a cord of attachment, you have, and your consciousness is in his realm. Slowly, when your astral body goes to the fourth realm, it goes and visits your consciousness over there. That's what has happened. There is fourth symptom, and the fourth symptom is you feel drained, totally drained out. How? In a relationship, whether it is good or it is bad, does not matter. When you are in a relationship and your emotions are constantly attached with somebody else, it puts a lot of pressure on your aura. If there are heavy emotions, if there is a trauma, so definitely a big time hole. But even if it is a very good relationship, lot of love, lot of this, even then that emotion itself, because it is more than what you can digest that emotion, then also it affects your aura, because emotions body is next to your auric body. When your auric body is all the time being pressurized with your emotions, the aura becomes, from a particular place, the aura becomes very weak. And then exactly that's where your aura is broken. There is a hole, and constantly other person will be siphoning off your energy. How many times you have seen people talking about it? How many times? Looks like he is draining me from my energy. I think he's taking away all my energy. Sometimes, of course, the same thing happens with your projects also. Okay, when you're working, this project is draining me out. Any relationship, as much good it is, if it is draining you out, that relationship needs your attention. Even if you're in a very good relationship, you really love the person loves you, but itna pyar hai ki you're feeling drained out, then there is a cord of attachment. Work on it. We think कि जो रिश्ते अच्छे नहीं होते हैं, जिन रिश्तों में अब्यूज होती है, या जो रिश्ते ट्रॉमेटिक होते हैं, केवल वही आपका एनर्जी साइफन ऑफ करते हैं. ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. When you're in love with somebody एंड योर कॉन्शियस इज कॉन्स्टेंटली, आप ऑफिस गए हैं, ध्यान आपका अपने हस्बैंड या अपनी वाइफ में है और कॉन्स्टेंटली आप उसको याद कर रहे हैं, आपकी कॉन्शियसनेस आपके पास कंप्लीटली है ही नहीं, और दैट विल क्रिएट अ होल इन योर ऑरा. It will drain you. Even while working in the office, you're constantly, out of love, you are thinking about your partner. You will feel drained out. So draining has absolutely, energy siphoning has nothing to do what type of energy is being used. It means more energy is being siphoned off with the cords of attachment. Okay. The next fifth point is, yeah, this is a very interesting one. And many people have come to me in this time, COVID time, and when they said, I had a lot of complaints with my husband for whatever, most of them, I don't know why these cases came to me, but most of them where they felt their husbands are having affairs in the offices. Most of them. And even men who came and thought that their wives were interested in their bosses or somebody else in the office. All these people in lockdown had absolutely no choice but to stay back at home. Now, that was also the time when you realized the true value of your partner. तो बहुत से घर जो टूट रहे थे लॉकडाउन में जुड़ गए. ऑफ कोर्स हमने सुना कि बहुत से डिवोर्सेस भी हुए, बहुत से रिश्ते टूटे भी, पर बहुत सारे जुड़े भी हैं. क्योंकि हम सुबह शाम इसी काम में रहते हैं तो हमारे पास स्टैटिस्टिक्स इजी होती है आनी. बहुत से लोग जुड़ गए, बहुत से लोगों को समझ में आया व्हाट इज फैमिली, एंड इफ आई विल गिव टाइम टू फैमिली, फैमिली विल हैव टाइम फॉर मी, एंड मेनी ऑफ देम हैड एक्स्ट्रा मैरिटल अफेयर्स व्हिच वर फिनिश्ड. नाउ मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम men or women, they came and they said, we know now there is nothing like this, and my husband or my wife, my spouse is so much interested in the family, but cannot forgive this person for what they have done in the past. I'm finding it very difficult. And I was also trying, okay, EMT kar lo, acha, okay, please understand, how did it benefit you? What did you achieve out of it? All those things that we learn, you all know about it. We did everything we were trying with them. But they would come again and again and said, I'm sorry, but I cannot forgive this person. As much I know he is making efforts now, this person, my spouse, is making effort to be back with us, but I am so bitter from inside, cannot let it go. So this means severe cord of attachment is there, which is preventing this forgiveness. Rest everything we have already done. Now still, if you cannot forgive, then definitely there is cord of attachment into it. Yeah. And the sixth symptom, that is the last symptom, is you cannot get them out of your life. They'll go, you'll feel happy, you are the first one to take them, they are the first, when the moment they want to come back, you are the first one to take them back. Do you think? And then we say, no, I so thought, let me forgive, let me try once again. No, because I love this person so much, so I said, okay, let's try once again, one more time. All these excuses we give, we think we are being very great by accepting these people back, not realizing this is an unconscious reaction that is happening. And it is happening because there is cord of attachment there. You're attached by energetic cords with these people. Okay. Again, people who go for these therapies, which are called cord cuttings, you are releasing the cord of attachments. If they think by doing this, the other person will go away from your life, please forget it. It will not happen. Learn your lesson and then you do your cord of attachments. What is this person teaching you? What are you supposed to learn from this person? Complete the karmic loop with that person and then do the cord cutting. Otherwise, cord cutting is of no use. It will keep coming back. Because it is attached, it is never gone. Okay? So, the person, as much you will try, more you would want them to go from your life, more they will come. Cord of attachment can happen in this life, current life. Sometimes cord of attachments are very karmic. You bring the cord of attachment from some other life. That is the reason why we say before you die, just come out of this attachments from people. देखिए पहले क्या होता था, the moment somebody has to die, when people were unwell, very unwell, or they would grow very old, we used to call all the relatives of that person home. Why? Because we used to, of course, because so that they can forgive people and they can ask for forgiveness. Because if you have a natural death where you are growing older, तो आपका ego थोड़ा critical filter बारीक हो जाता है और आपका ego कम हो जाता है. So it's easier. But more than that, when you are sitting together, what people used to do is they used to bring their cords back. They used to tell them, तूने मुझे ये सिखाया, कोई बात नहीं, तुमने ये गलत किया पर मैंने उससे ये सीखा, उससे मुझे ये फायदा हुआ. These type of conversations when you used to do, you would understand what the other person is teaching me, and before you die, you pull out all your consciousness from that person. When you say I forgive you, genuinely when you forgive, don't say it from the mouth. When you genuinely forgive a person, you pull out back your consciousness from that person, और उनकी consciousness आप उनको वापस कर देते हो. So that next life में you don't bring that consciousness back with you, which means you are born without any attachment. But if you're not able to do this, you have whether grudges for other person, you have complaints, you have resentment, you have anger, you have desire, anything that is there, and you die, you bring the consciousness in next life. You may not find that person. Maybe the person whom you are very, very attached today is very much attached with somebody else. But you're wondering why I can't forget this person. यार दिस पर्सन इज नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन मी, मैं भूल क्यों नहीं पा रही हूँ या मैं भूल क्यों नहीं पा रहा हूँ, मुझे पता है वो मुझे मैं इंटरेस्टेड नहीं, वो मेरी इतनी इंसल्ट कर चुका है, बट स्टिल यू आर अटैच्ड टू दैट पर्सन. दिस इज कार्मिक कॉर्ड ऑफ अटैचमेंट. You definitely need to remove it karmically. Okay, so these are the say 6 or 7 symptoms that you will see, which will tell you your cords of attachments are active. Please work on it. So before I move further to the next thing, what to do before we cut the cords, anybody has any questions, I'm open to it now. You can unmute. Only person who has to ask the question, please unmute, ask the question, I'll answer. फिर आप mute कर लेना question पूछ के, or you can put it on the chats, more than welcome. सबको सांप क्यों सूंघ गया है, कोई क्वेश्चन क्यों नहीं. हाउ टू डू द कॉर्ड कटिंग, देवांशी इज आस्किंग. या देवांशी, there are many methods of doing it, and they are supposed to be done one by one properly. After I have finished all about the cords of attachments and codependency and all, together I'm taking a workshop which will teach you not only to cut the cord but to release your codependency and your other things also. So that we will take, and we will announce you definitely the method of how to cut the cord. But before that, there are a few things you have to do, which I will be letting you know. Hi, Hema Thapar is saying, how do we know that the cord is, ये क्या हुआ, यहाँ से क्यों हटा दिया? I was reading it. Wait. Where are the chats? Here it is. There are 16 chats. Archana is saying, can we, I'll just come back to your question, Hema. Archana is saying, can we have more than one cords of attachments? Of course, we're full of cords of attachments, not one. many of them. कितनों से तो अटैच्ड होते हैं, बच्चों से, अम्बिकल कॉर्ड की वजह से, इंटीमेसी की वजह से, पेरेंट्स के साथ, many things. Why do you think there is a problem in a relationship between the, especially for men? एक तरफ वाइफ है, वन तरफ, एक तरफ उनकी मदर इन लॉ है या फैमिली है हस्बैंड की. Why they are not able to cut the cords? Because their cords are attached to each one of them. That is the issue with all the men and all the women. Women, they get married, cord is still attached with the parents' family. So there is no peace. Your consciousness is there, even when you are here. I am not saying it is wrong to have your attachment with your parents or you should forget your parents. No, I am not saying that. I'm saying cut the cord of attachment. Consciously be aware they're your parents. You have the work to do. You have to love them without expectations, without attachment. And same with your in-laws also. Don't get attached to them also. That cord should also be cut. Even a boy should cut the cord with the parents when the wife comes. And then every single day bring your consciousness back from your wife to yourself or your spouse. Okay. How do we know when the karmic cycle is over with that person? Simply being the presence of that person in your life, good presence or bad presence, whatever it is, it will stop draining you from your energy. It will not give you any pain. When you reach to a stage, say for example, a spouse is betraying you, but you are in a position where it doesn't matter to you. Neither you are good nor you are bad with it. You just watch it and you say, okay, so he is doing it. Maybe I have some my own reasons. Find out your own reasons. Complete the learning that that person is teaching you. It means now karmic completion is there. But if any relationship is giving you more than what you can digest, whether it is pain or happiness, cord is attached. How can we not have cords of attachment? Simply, Shalu, if you stop having expectations with people you are intimate with, at the moment, मैं वही intimacy बता रही हूँ, but anybody else also. Okay, stop having. You come out of the blame games. You know, interesting part is I was doing this therapy of a person. And when I was working with that, her husband was having an affair with somebody else, extramarital affair. And when I'm working with her to find out her cord with the husband, what's happening, I was surprised to see that the cord was not with the husband at all. Severe cord connection was with the other woman. And the best part is she had never seen the other woman. Only she had heard about her. She knew the name. That's all. And still, on the other side, she sees the woman. So with husband, I am in love. So my connection got connected with the heart. But with the other woman, the thought, how dare she is with my husband? How dare she takes away my love from me right under my nose? That is that emotion, that anger, that resentment just took her to the state where she had cord attachment with that woman and not with the husband. Now, who was taking away, siphoning away her energy was that other woman, not the husband. So the best way is not to have cords is please work on any emotion, strong emotion that you can't digest with that person, whoever it is. Keep checking, keep checking. We'll teach you how to do it in that workshop, but keep checking and keep moving. Devanshi says how to draw the line between love and attachment. Attachment happens from your solar plexus, Manipur chakra, where very important is who controls whom, which is a power game. Power game, attachments. If it is with love, it will only be in the heart chakra. Then no expectations. If there is no expectations, you will never be disappointed. एक्सपेक्टेशंस बुरी है नहीं, थोड़ी तो होनी चाहिए, पर जरूरत से ज्यादा जब होती है, वो आपको तकलीफ देती है, वो एक्सपेक्टेशन ठीक नहीं है. If the expectation is helping you to grow in life, it's okay. Please, I never talk anything about any emotion to make it zero. No, don't make it zero. You have to have expectations with others. But if your expectations are not met, and you have resentment, or you have anger, or you have, और क्या हो सकता है, or you are abusive, or you are in self pity, or you feel like a tyrant, or you feel like a victim, this attachment, this expectation is not for you. Now this is making cord of attachment. But expectations तो होनी चाहिए ना, हर एक की होती है. पर अगर expectations नहीं हो रही हैं पूरी, how do you react? That will tell you whether the cord of attachment is there or not. That will tell you. Okay. Devanshi says you can have fear too. Yeah, Devanshi, fear of what? No, the fear will come without a trauma behind it.
Or fear of losing them.
Yeah. So when you have a fear of losing them, fear, where is it? In your solar. And what happens? What do we do? Because we have a fear of losing. Why we have fear of losing? Because we have lost a lot of things in our childhood. So because there is a fear of losing, that is the reason you will want to hold on to that person. रेत है, जितना कस के पकड़ोगे उतनी गिरेगी. You love that, you think it is my love that I want this person to be with me. No, it is the control issue. You want to control your love.
I feel that people don't fight for me. And most of the time, it is that I don't give them proper attention.
People don't fight for you. So, all right, interesting. So, why should people fight for you?
Because, like, I know, okay, this is not working. Like, from inside, I know that. But there's a part of me which want people to fight for me. I
Correct.
don't know.
That is where the cord of attachment is. Because this is a very painful expectation, people fighting for you. It is coming from
Yeah.
your animal chakras. Animals fight for males and females and their gender partners. Humans are not supposed to fight. So somewhere attachment is from the lower chakras,
Okay.
animal chakras. Okay? Yeah. People should love me. ये समझ में आता है. People should fight for me. ये थोड़ा कहीं पे now attachment is giving you pain. Need to work on.
And when you say that love without expectations, be it your parents, family members, or anyone, so just let's elaborate it a bit, because love without expectations very beautiful to even hear it, but how to
So it
execute
is
it?
possible also to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you go on YouTube, Nirja Handa channel, you will find there is Love Without Expectation, a whole video on it.
Okay.
Go through it. It's a whole
Done.
video on it. Yeah.
Fine.
What is this I see? What we come from mother, then should the man cut the cord with mother when wife comes? No, one should cut the cord all the time, wife comes or not. And the cord will be cut the moment you have no expectations. See, point is this, as I keep telling you, relationship is transient. It moves. Today you are son, your consciousness is in being son. Tomorrow you become somebody's husband. Your consciousness is in being husband. You can have your consciousness in both without expecting anything from both of them. Then neither the cord of mother will give you pain, nor the cord with the spouse will give you the pain. So I'm not saying cut the cord of attachment, cut the cord with your parents. No, cut the cord of attachments with your parents. Yes. Cut the cord of attachment with your children. Yes. Cut the cord of attachment with your spouses. Yes. Don't cut the cord. I'm talking about cord of attachments. Move out. No expectations. No attachments. In every relationship that we have, we have so many expectations. I am doing this for you, so I hope he will also do for me. I bought him a gift on his birthday. I got up in the morning, went to see him, got him flowers. Now, expecting on my birthday, he does little more than that, or if not, at least this much. Expectations are गई, attachments जुड़ जाती है. Cord of attachment will come out. One expectation, one cord of attachment will come. Okay. Hello, ma'am. Please tell me, it's important for the person to personally go into therapy to cut his or her cord with anyone. No, Asvia, as I was just saying, we will be doing some workshop where we will teach you how to do the cutting of the cords yourself. But before that, you have to be ready with few things, which I will be explaining just now. Okay? ये क्या है? पढ़ दो, please.
I have had, should I read it for everyone?
Yeah, everybody should have it.
So I have had few painful experiences with my mother and father. Mother is alive, but father passed away few years back. At times I wonder why I had to experience this with them. Sometimes this also makes me think, am I their own daughter? Now this is from Sai Karuna Chandra from Facebook Live.
Okay.
So I have tried my best to not be this to my children. My relationship with my children is very loving and comfort.
Sweetheart, you can only give to people what you have. If there is problem in your relationship with your mother or father, there is absolutely no reason or way that you will not have the same issues with your children. It will be there. That's what the job of cord of attachment is. Wahan se you take energy, you pass it on to somebody else till you learn the lesson. So you say ki, you yourself said somewhere, I don't know what is it teaching me. Find out what it is teaching you. How do you know what is it teaching you? Is just sit down and see how did it benefit you. So maybe, so for example, you didn't have very good relationship with your mother and father. So you were not so much attached to them. Now, when you got married, your complete focus was on your family, new family, your parent-in-laws, your husband, your children, maybe absolutely so much there. And that became beautiful. But it could only happen so beautifully because you had no relationship with your parents, no attachment with them. So losing attachment from them, this is how it benefited you. So what did it teach you? How, if anybody comes and asks me, I was so attached to my in-laws and I was not at all. So maybe it is trying to teach you it is possible to maintain balance. You can be attached to your parents and still be attached to your in-laws, or you can love your parents, receive love from your parents, and still love your in-laws and your children and your family. Possible. I don't know your whole story. I'll have to really go into the whole story to find out what did it teach you. I'm giving you an example. This could be the benefit. This is how to find the benefit. So watch. How did it benefit you? Check that. You will be able to forgive them. Then pull out your consciousness from them. But to pull out the consciousness from them, you will have to definitely complete your karmic loop with them. And then you can do that.
So she's also writing something more, should I say?
Okay.
So she's writing, mother is alive. How do I come out of this pain, which I still feel when I think about what I experienced? How to come out of it? It benefited me because I became detached and learned to survive on my own. I learned to face life alone.
Yeah. So maybe there was a need for you to be able to learn to face the world alone. Maybe there is a child who has come, there's a soul who has come on this earth to experience to be self-dependent. Maybe in one of the life you were a big parasite with your parents or whoever it was. Now in this life you have to experience how to be self-sufficient, self-dependent, self-efficient. And therefore, right from the childhood, you have no attachment. See, when you say I have no attachment with my parents, where is it coming from? Premises kya hai? You don't have attachments because out of helplessness, because you didn't get from your parents what you were expecting. Okay, this will create karma. This is an emotion. Helplessness is a big time emotion. If you are not attached to them, because you understand that every soul has come to experience different things than others, and your parents' job is to help you to grow, and that is it. फिर उसके बाद एक्सपेक्टेशंस नहीं है आपकी, इस नॉलेज और इस अंडरस्टैंडिंग के संग अगर आपकी अटैचमेंट खत्म हो रही है तो ये कार्मिक क्लोजिंग हो रही है. लेकिन अगर आप आउट ऑफ हेल्पलेसनेस, क्योंकि माँ बाप से वो नहीं मिला जो मुझे चाहिए था, जो मैंने किताबों में पढ़ा था, जो मैंने अपने दोस्तों को देखा था करते हुए, तो मुझे भी वही चाहिए था, वो नहीं होने वाला है, क्योंकि हर एक की सोल जर्नी डिफरेंट होती है. You get my point? If the premises is helplessness, then more karma you're creating. Understand what is it that they are teaching you. If you understand that part, what they're teaching you, and then you come out of expectations from them. Problem is, from the childhood, this is how we are taught. Parents are God, teachers are God, they cannot do anything wrong. They cannot make a mistake. They cannot be careless. So we expect them to be perfect because they are God. Gods can't make mistakes. And in the bargain, our expectations from our parents become so much. And each expectation creates a cord of attachment. So you cannot do with your parents and you cannot do without them. You have to understand, it's okay. They make mistake. They can. They're not God. They are not God. Parents are humans. They can make mistake. They can, and you can feel emotion of resentment for your parents. You can feel anger, and it is okay. People say, no, they are your parents. They have given you birth, so you cannot feel angry with them. No, we can. Even if they have given us birth, even if they have given us a DNA, we can have complaints. So is the relationship so healthy? Where the kids can go and tell the parents that, yes, you have done this is wrong, what I have felt bad. Understand their perception. You know, yesterday only I was watching this movie. Yesterday, Tribhanga. Yeah, please watch movie, Tribhanga. How parents can make mistakes. Look into their perception. It's possible. And also, whatever energy you are going to take from your parents, the way you look at them, the way you judge them, your kids are going to judge you today, tomorrow, day after. They may not see. Today you feel your relationship is very good with your children, it's very friendly, great things, but they'll come back to you because that's your energy. That will come back to you. Okay? Any other question?
No, she says thank you.
Okay, that's it. All these questions are done. All right, so let's move ahead. Let's take this second chapter, second part. How do you know in your relationship cords are not attached, or what do you need to do to make sure that cords are not attached? Okay. 1. Most important, please take out time to cut the cord of attachment with your previous relationship. Even if it was 10 years back, 20 years back, you have a gap of 30 years, does not matter. Even if it was your first love, when you were 14, 15, teens, and today you are a grown-up person, 30, 35, doesn't matter. Remember, in metaphysical world, there is no time. So please cut the cord with your previous partner. Whatever you need to do for it, please do it. Go ahead and cut it. Take time. Okay? Heal the past painful experience of betrayal, hatred, rejection, abuse, helplessness, whatever it is. Remove it. heal it. And the last workshop that we will be doing by the mid of February, that is where we will teach you how. Okay. Third thing, please, on your own, try to find the learning from the previous relationship. Every relationship in your life has come to teach you something. Otherwise, it will not be there. It cannot happen unless there is something to be taught. So please see, what is it this relationship has to teach you? People in relationship who are ready to work on their cords of attachments, they don't take things personally. They understand it is possible for the other person to have a trigger point. So, for example, a child comes and tells the mother, "Don't go there, it's raining, you'll fall sick." If this is the mother whose control was always taken by her parents, then her husband, now the moment a child tells the mother not to go out because it is raining, mother's natural thing that triggers is, this person is trying to take my control. Similarly, if a person has an abusive marriage or a relationship, and in the next relationship when that person comes, and even if the partner in a very joking, nice, happy mood abuses you, not out of anger but just in general, especially in North India, how it is, the language of love is also very abusive. If that person does it and suddenly the partner reacts because she has a same experience from the previous marriage or relationship, understand it is not that this partner of yours is upset because you have abused, and even if you had and think, oh, this person doesn't have sense of humor, oh, she's oversensitive. No, don't judge the person. Understand this is the trigger point of this person. Find out the trigger points of each other and avoid them. Most of the time it is not personal, but people think according to their experiences. So when you do not have cords of attachments in a relationship, you do not take things personally. You always go and check what is the trigger point and avoid it. Okay. Both the partners would know each other's trigger points. Avoid blame game. Avoid being a victim. Somehow or the other, we love to play victims. Main bichari. No, stop playing it. Because the other person is not necessarily tyrant. अगर कोई बहुत ही वैसा relationship है where the one of the partner is probably a narcissist, then that is a different story. Then move out. There's nothing you can do about it. But otherwise, stop playing victim game. And even if you are with a narcissist, don't play victim. It's your choice that you are with that person. You have so many cord of attachments with that person. He's siphoning your energy. Make a choice. It's your choice. And if it is your choice, then stop playing victim. Every person on this earth is born with a resource, and you have a resource to move on. If you're not using that resource to move on, it's your choice. बिना resource से कोई नहीं होता. It's a question of choice. Take action to heal and unwind the inner source of yours. Your discomfort, your trigger points, go to the cause, heal it. Why this trigger point is coming, why I am feeling so uncomfortable in this relationship. Find the cause. The cause has to be in this life. Maybe it is coming from past life, but the trigger point is somewhere in this life. Go find the cause, heal it, Find the cause, heal it. And the only way to heal it on your own is to find out how did it benefit you. And why was the need for you to experience it? Why it was the need for you to experience it? If you will find that, what do you call it? If you find the reason behind it, then it becomes easier for you to understand why it happened, why you invited it in your life, why did you attracted it in your life at all. Okay? People who do not have cords of attachment in their relationship, they've mastered the art of communication. So when we will do this workshop, we will talk about that communication, what all and how you should have the communication. What are the points, what are the rules that you should go through if you want to master the art of communication. But one major point you can start from today is stop blaming or stop going into the you conversation, come to the I conversation. Because you are coming late home, I am, you come late, you are not bothered about me. To you, it doesn't matter whether I live or die. Don't do these methods of talking. Change it to bring it to I. I feel insecure when you are not at home. I feel I have so much of fear when you come late. I miss you when you are not there. So I want you to come early. Instead of telling that you always come late. So many more points we will be teaching in art of communication, but master it. Provide a space, safe space for others to express their feelings. Problem is, we do not provide others a very safe space to communicate with us. So the moment person says, see, you always are very late. And there you are triggered, you are again blaming me, you're doing this, that. You do not allow the other person to speak. And then we say, this person has so much of resentment for me. Resentment is always there when you're not allowed to speak or you are unheard. Today, give them the safe space to come and talk to you, whether they are your kids or your spouses or your in-laws or your parents. Give them a space to speak to you, listen to them, hear them out, and then they will also learn to give you the space where you can also take out what you want to say. If you will not listen to the person gets so much in a hurry to finish talking what they have to tell you. And that's when their anger, resentment comes and the language communication becomes bad. Allow them. Okay? Listen to them. And when you're listening to others, please be fully present there. Unfortunate part is when we are listening to our spouses or partners, our consciousness is somewhere else. So she's talking about how difficult it is for her to go and buy the vegetable every day because vegetables are so expensive. While she's talking to you about this, you're thinking about your boss. How dare he tells me this, I have to finish this project, I have to do that. You're not there. So whenever you are listening to other person, if you have given them a safe space to speak, please be fully present. We are generally not fully present. Don't listen to what the other person is saying. Don't go on the words. Avoid. Where you should be focusing, focus on the vibration of the energy that the person is talking. Focus there. Don't go, how dare you use this word for me? Okay, now you are also saying that I am lazy. Your mother also says I am lazy. You have learned from him. Don't get into it. Look, when the person is talking to you, what is the energy? Is she complaining? Is this the person who has come to you because this person has nobody else, no other place to go to? What is she expecting from you or he is expecting from you? So stay in the energy of the person who is talking instead of unnecessarily focusing on the words that they are using. Words they are using what they've learned. That is the problem in communication. I have learned from my parents. My husband has learned from their parents. So they use their language. I may not like that language, but don't focus on the language. Focus on the energy. There is a reason why this person is wanting to talk to you and want you to listen to it. People who have lots of issues in their marriages, they can have karmic baggage of the family. Please heal the karmic baggages of your family. We will be teaching all this also in that workshop. So work on that, clean it. Karmic baggages heal karo, complete karo. Okay? Complete the unfinished business with your parents. Otherwise, whatever is your issues with your parents, you will carry it in your marriage. Man, woman, both. First, finish it with your parents. Story over karo. It doesn't mean you take them out of their come out of the relationship or throw them out of your house or don't have any connection with them. No. I am not talking about it. I'm talking unfinished business. For example, if you feel my mother all her life tried to take control of mine. If you have that resentment, if you have that anger, please finish it up with your mother. Talk to her, go to her, sort it out, finish, close, and then get married. If you have an issue with your father that he is in the business, he's not giving you what you deserve, listen to his business. I will listen to him today, but not necessarily I'll listen to him. Koi baat nahi. Let me try for 4 years, 5 years, and then after 5 years, I will see I'll be stronger. Father will be weaker. Please don't get into these things. If you are into these things, you are not able to finish it. You have not been able to sort it out. Don't get married. Wait. But please finish it, man, women, both. There are women I have seen who have so much of resentment, complaints with their mothers and their fathers of abandonment, and then they get married and then they experience again abandonment. Because that energy is there in your aura. That's what you'll attract. So finish it, close it. Find out from your parents, are you abandoning us? And this is what you did, and I felt abandoned. So listen to their perception and believe in their perception. Believing or not believing on other people's perception is absolutely your choice. Okay, so these are around 10, 11, 12 points that I have told you. If you work with this, cord of attachments will be removed. Codependency in a relationship will be removed. Okay, and this will bring the healthy, and also your relationship will move from your third 3 dimensions to 5th dimension. Okay. So now for you people to ask questions.
Devanshi had a question, but I don't know. So
Yeah.
There's one question by Girija Nagpal.
Yeah.
How do you finish unfinished business with a parent who has passed away?
Same way. There is a method which we will teach you, Girija, when we do this workshop in the middle of the mid-February, where we will teach you if the parents who are deceased, how to finish it with them. But in the meantime, please find out whatever resentment you have with the dead parents, what did it teach you? How did it benefit you? Why they did what they did? Did you invite it? Why did you invite it? How did it solve your problem? Or how did it solve your purpose? Find out.
Okay, I have a question
Yeah.
that despite being surrounded by people who love me now, uh, even if my family or friends, I still feel that that I'm on a search to find love. I don't know why, but this is some.
So you're getting a lot of love from your parents and your people who are in your environment. And
Yeah.
so Devanshi, you have a boyfriend?
Uh,
Are you
I
married?
cannot. I had like, yeah, but it was like a casual relation.
Okay. Are you married? No. No, that is why you're still looking for love. All right. Why are you still searching for love in spite of the fact that at this moment your environment may everybody is giving you love? So there is a small child, Devanshi, in you who was who was in search of the love, who didn't get the love, or a child whose perception was that I am not being loved. That child needs to be healed.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So in the workshop, we
Thank
will
you.
do that. Whether
Thank
it is because of the child, because of a parent, inner child, whatever is needed, how to do the communications, all this we will teach you in the workshops that we
you.
are
Okay.
going to do on
Okay.
relationship. Yeah.
Sherry, Sherry's writing, not feeling well from
Yeah,
last
I
week.
saw. She's just asking from everyone to, he said the healing.
Okay.
No, that's not a question.
Devanshi, do you want me to ask your questions you sent on WhatsApp?
I've answered her. She asked me
Maybe
just now.
she sent some other questions. A bit about the journey so far and how to carry forward.
That we are not taking at the
Yeah.
moment.
When you know you're ready to come in a relationship. Career.
So, Devanshi, your question is not very clear here. Anybody else has any question to ask?
Ma'am, it was like when do you feel that you are actually ready to be in a committed relationship? Because as a person, people think I adapt very easily and I get along very easily, but I feel that I'm a very detached person. I don't get attached that easily. And I even if people think that okay, I might have feelings for them, I'm just like no.
Yeah.
So when do you know that you are ready to be in a
There
committed
is a
relationship?
hurt and scarred child in you, Devanshi. Definitely. A child
Hmm.
who has taught you not to be attached. Where I can see the fear of attachment is there.
The fear of losing people, the hurt that comes.
Yeah. So maybe I don't want to get attached to people because if I lose them, I will get hurt. So fear
Very
of
much.
being
Yeah.
hurt,
Hmm.
fear of being hurt. Whom did you lose in the childhood?
Uh, One was my nana, and another was my very best friend, like the closest one.
Yeah. So we have causes there. There are inner children. That is what is giving you the fear of losing
But I
people.
think it basically comes from that friend.
Maybe wherever, I cannot say. Wherever it is, work on it and see what did that friend teach you, when what did she teach you when she went away from you. Find out. Kuch benefit hoga.
Acha, any suggestion or advice you would like to give?
For what?
Anything with
So
that
what I
comes.
did just now, 12 points, I told you what to do. These are all suggestions and advices.
Okay.
Already these are the suggestions and advices. So
Okay, I
I
will.
feel like Devanshi is standing on the interview. आप अपने दर्शकों के लिए कोई मैसेज देना चाहेंगी? तो मैं और इतनी देर से क्या दे रही हूँ? वही दे रही हूँ देवांशी.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anybody has any other question? So we will definitely inform you about our next wow that is going to happen, which is on codependency on relationships. क्या है?
So Ankita Sharma on Facebook Live is asking, why is it with some people you just don't want to make things better?
You don't want to make things better with people. One, karmically, time to close relationship with them is coming. Loop has to be closed. Then you don't want to do anything about them. But please, if you don't want to make relationship with them, whatever the relationship is there, remove the cord of attachments from there. Complete it. Karmic complete karo. Then let them go. Not necessary you have to make relationship with everyone who comes in your life. And remember one thing, every relationship on this earth comes with an expiry date. Time has come for that person to move on, but don't let that person move out of your life when he is scarred and injured and when you are scarred or injured. Both of you should not be scarred, not injured, have no uh, heavy feelings for each other, and then only let that person go. Time for him to go. Hmm? Okay.
Yeah, Shivani had raised a hand some time back, but she is not here, I guess.
So, if Shivani, any question? No?
She lost her connection, I guess.
Okay. Anybody else? So let's call it today. All right, guys. So we will be doing the part 2 very, very soon. No, we are not going to wait for 1 month. Maybe.
Yeah, ma'am, good evening.
Good evening. Yes, Shivani.
I wanted to ask, like, what if a person is torn between two ambitions? Like, in case of a housewife who's at one side has a lot of duties and responsibilities, and on the other, she has her inner calling to pursue her dreams and desires. So, how should she balance, and where should she go?
कहीं नहीं, don't go anywhere, यहीं रहो. Don't go anywhere. Only thing is, you are torn between two things because of your thoughts, because of your conflicts in your thoughts. One is, inside you is your parents, and then inside you is the Shivani adult. Adult probably wants to go for inner calling, but the parent inside you keeps saying your duties towards your children, your duties towards your gresti, your family. You have to make sure your husband gets hot food. You make sure your children are dressed properly. All these things, this is what we have been taught to nurture. As a nurturer, we are taught, and it is absolutely okay. There is nothing wrong in being taught that. Point is this: you have to bring peace within you,
Yeah, and the peace doesn't come within me.
because we are so stuck with what we have been taught. So understand, my husband needs to get hot food, and I am going to cook food and keep it for him. But in case I am working, he gets okay food and he has no problem,
Right.
then it is okay. What happens is, even if I tell your husband, see, I will not be over here, I will not be here today in the afternoon to heat the food and give it to you, he'll say, no, no, I'm okay. He will say okay, but we, because of the parent inside us, keep saying, no, no, but I don't want it, I don't want you to eat cold food, I don't want you to do this. It doesn't work like this.
Right.
अपने माइंड में अपने थॉट्स को क्लियर करो.
Right.
So your husband will not expect something, your parents in-laws will not expect anything, they will also not expect tumhara. You have so much of expectations within yourself because there is a dire need in us to become superwoman. No need to become superwoman. It's okay to make mistakes, it's okay not to be perfect. You
Okay.
work on yourself. Nobody else has any issues with you, you have the issues with yourself. No need for us to prove to the world that we are very good nurturers, and at the same time I'm a very good worker and I'm on a very high post, I'm earning money. No need. If you are not able to handle both the things, take one. And one thing is also okay. Balancing both the things is absolutely okay. But this whole story will come when you will be out of your conflicts. It has nothing to do with outsiders. It is inside you, the conflicts are there.
Right, ma'am. Right.
Right?
Okay.
So when
Thank you.
you're perfect, accept yourself. You're imperfect, accept yourself.
Okay, ma'am. Yes. Thank you so much.
Okay, right. Stop punishing yourself. Stop getting
Okay.
upset with yourself. Stop being your own critic.
Right.
Stop being very hard on yourself. Yeah.
Right, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
So Arjun Soni has a question. I've asked him to unmute himself.
Arjun, yeah?
Good evening, ma'am. This is Ruchika.
Oh, okay. All right. As usual. Yeah, Ruchika. We thought Arjun ka naam likha, so it has to
How
be
are
Arjun.
you?
Good, good, good. Tell me. What's your question?
We were together attending.
Okay.
I actually wrote my question to you.
All of them. Sometimes we recognize the karmic teacher, but the learning is not clear. What can be done to close karma to finish bitterness? So you are recognize the karmic teacher, but the learning is not clear. So it is very important to see what is it learning. As I said, the only way you will have the learning clear is when you will see how did it benefit you. Whatever that person did, he was a karmic teacher, maybe, whatever he did with you. He was very strict with you. He did not allow you to go out. He took away your freedom. I don't know what that person has done, but whatever it has done, how did it benefit you? Once you know how it has benefited you, you would know what he was teaching you. Once your learning is done, your teaching is done, he will change. When he will change and you will be able to understand what he was teaching you, bitterness will go naturally. Okay?
Yeah, if it is vice versa,
Meaning?
and you feel the
No.
learning is the opposite end.
No. So can you give me an example?
Like you are calm at your end, but the bitterness is at the other end. So is it the learning happening at the other end?
You have understood and the other person is bitter.
Yeah,
What is his bitterness teaching
and
you?
that is what is making you.
So question is, what is his bitterness or her bitterness teaching you? Then find out what is his bitterness teaching you. Once you have learned what the bitterness is teaching you, then this will naturally go away. It will be easier for you to remove the cord of attachment.
So that is where the learning is unclear now.
Yeah. So find out, how did it benefit you? How is his bitterness benefiting you? Most of the time, दूसरे की bitterness, resentment teaches you to be unattached, to not expect anything. It teaches you to remain, and especially in these days, at this moment where Earth's frequency is working, it's going so high. You have to come out of bitterness. You have to come out of all these things. You have to, most of the time, this bitterness is the one which is taking you to either to your spiritual path or to complete your karma or to learn. Karmic learning complete हो रही है. So find out अगले की bitterness क्या सिखा रही है. How is it benefiting you? So if you are learning, his bitterness is teaching you to be detached so that you can be attached to your spiritual self, work on it. Solid karma hai. Spirituality ke sang attachment. Attachment with spirituality is equally karmic, huh?
Okay.
So if you have
Thank
to
you.
get yourself attached to spirituality and that is why your family is being ignored or you are ignoring it, then definitely you need to learn to balance. Definitely you need to balance it.
Okay.
Balancing is what you are here to learn.
Thank
Yeah?
thank you.
You're welcome.
Regina is asking, hi Miss Neja, my question out of topic, but I wanted to ask if you will be anytime or sometime will be able to teach a course about family constellation, either in Dubai or online course. Thank you.
Regina, hi, how are you? How's Dubai doing? Whether I will be able to teach it or not, no, family constellation teaching at the moment is not on my plate. We wanted to do it in 2020, but there are many other workshops that we are doing. Uh, we are going to do a workshop in March in Dubai, which is a retreat. There are two retreats, one with the couples and the other retreat we are doing is with the kids. I mean, the whole family. Constellation at the moment I'm not teaching, but I'll definitely send you the links of many of my friends and colleagues who are teaching family constellation. I'll do that.
Now there are some questions from Deepti Verma.
Yeah, Deepti, बड़े दिनों में आई.
Let me ask her to unmute. Where is she?
She must have written, na?
हाँ लिखा है पढ़ूं?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I have a friend whose parents died early.
Yeah.
Elder brother is detached too. This man got married to girlfriend and had 2 kids.
Mhm.
Living happy life, but 2 years back, his wife eloped with his best friend along with kids to USA. Can you share some points why all this? He must have got attached to it. He is very bitter with wife and not able to forgive wife and friend.
Yeah.
Misses his kids and fearful to get into a second relationship.
All these things, all these reactions and results are natural. But the reason why it happened is definitely very clearly can be seen is karmic. Also, what is his experience with his mother in the childhood? There is abandonment I can see happening. Where is this energy of abandonment coming to him? Cord of attachment should be cut so that in the next relationships he does not experience the same thing. So So if he is experienced with the mother and now he's experienced with the wife, then definitely he needs to, now is the time, high time he cuts his cords, which we will teach in the workshop.
Regina says, "Hi, ma'am. We miss you so much here in Dubai."
Thank you so much, Regina. I'm
Priyanka,
coming to Dubai. Don't worry. Next month, March, I'll be there.
Priyanka Tripathi is asking, "Hello, ma'am. How do we let go of the attachments? It's easy said than done. Please guide."
Yeah, Priyanka, you are absolutely right. I have already given you the points, what you should start working on, how you have to, if you work on these things, what I have been explaining and doing, then in the workshop, when we will teach you to cut the cord of attachment, it will be very easy for you to do it. We'll teach many things in that class, in that workshop, and yeah, it will work. We'll teach you.
So that's all.
All right, guys. So finally, it is finished. Yeah, Sharon says, I'm reading Carl Jung's 12 archetypes. My question is, are these archetypes our inner children? No need to say, give the answer. Of course, Sherry, you have already judged it. You have found it, and that is it. Yeah. All right, guys. So I will be seeing you people very soon, within a week's time, to come with my part 2, which is also known as codependency in relationships. We'll talk about it and see you all. Good night. Thank you so much for being here.
There's one more question today.
And I'll see you people very soon. Miss you all the time. Thank you and bye-bye. Good night.